Whew. Arrested, handcuffed, the side of the road on the Gold Coast. It was a sunny day in the middle of the week, and there was coppers everywhere around me, detectives as well, and also a Channel 7 news van filming the whole thing. The day before, I was I engaged in a violent drug-related home invasion and serious assault. Now, the blood-stained clothes from that assault, from that home invasion, were still in the boot of my unregistered car, which I had just been arrested in, as was the metal pole which was used in that assault and that home invasion, still with the person's scalp and hair on the metal pole. And when I say blood-stained clothes, I mean my own clothes were covered in blood, in the other person's blood. And that's how fucking clever I fucking was. This is 24 hours later, still in the same fucking area, driving around with all that shit in the boot. That's how good a fucking criminal I was. And I'm still absolutely deeply remorseful for that event, and sincerest apologies to that person if they ever watch this. I should never have been there. I was in big trouble. Hey everyone, my name's Jay and welcome to my new podcast. Now, this event happened in 2013 and it was also 2 days before my daughter's 12th birthday. So this, ladies and gentlemen, was an absolutely wake-up shock to the system. That day was absolutely a turning point in my life, and it could have gone either way. Yet I've explained this story many times over the last decade, and the best way that I can describe it is, it felt like in that moment on the side of the road there where everything had come crashing down, it felt like I came into my body for the first time in a few years, and really genuinely just realized how far I had drifted from myself, and just how much harm I was causing, but also just how much fucking pain I was in. And it was this real moment of awakening and an epiphany. And I'm not just saying that because, it looks like I'm going to be potentially serving 5 years jail for this crime that I've just done. No, it's not that at all. I genuinely came to my senses and had this moment of, what the fuck am I doing? And at that time also, I had warrants for my arrest in Western Australia for a burglary and also for a self-supply of crystal methamphetamine in a stolen car. Those charges I had skipped bail on, so I was released on bail with surety, so someone had paid for my bail, and I had said, well, fuck that, I'm leaving, and I went to the Gold Coast, and this is where this happened. So it got even fucking worse when I left the state. So this was really such a big moment in my life, and I've got to, before I move on, the fact that it was 2 days before my daughter's 12th birthday as well just broke me. The whole father thing, and the realising how absent I'd been from Talia's life as well, was just this catalyst of, whoa, I've drifted so far from myself and who I truly am. I've drifted and separated from love and everything that is truly me. And that's because I'd been in active meth addiction for several years at that time. Now, I made a commitment in that moment on the side of the road, literally made a commitment, looked upstairs to God, source, the universe, life, whatever you want to call that creative intelligence that gives life to all that is. I genuinely looked up and bloody apologized and committed myself in that moment to self-betterment. And I said, look, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to clean up my mess, and I just want to be a better person. I want to give back. I want to serve. I want to be someone that brings value to the community and to the world, however that looks. And that wasn't a save me, I don't want to go to jail, I'm fucking scared, and fucking get me out of here, and I don't want to take responsibility for my actions. It was quite the opposite of that. I was more than willing to serve the time, and I wanted to take responsibility and pay for whatever the crimes that I'd done, and whatever the consequences were. I was absolutely willing to face, because I genuinely wanted to make amends and clean up my mess, whatever that looked like. So it wasn't just a gimmick of any sort so that I escaped doing serious time or anything like that. This was a genuine change within me. And so I dedicated myself, guys, from that moment to self-betterment, to personal spiritual development, to healing, to really getting in and finding out what the fuck happened. What the fuck happened? What drove me to being on the side of that road that day, arrested with detectives around me after being involved in that serious crime? What happened? Because I didn't grow up in a lower socioeconomic family. I didn't, my parents are still together. They're still together. Upper middle class family, decent home with no abuse at home. No, my dad's not an alcoholic or drug addict or anything like that. He was never beating mum up. I didn't grow up in a household like that. So what the fuck happened? I had this amazing potential career with AFL. I was being scouted very early on for that. I was gifted in a lot of things, in sport, in performing arts, and a whole bunch of things. What the fuck happened? So this was the moment where everything changed for me, and I started to look within, and I started to seriously undergo let's just say I had a good hard fucking look at myself, and rightly so, because how I was behaving was very selfish, full of cowardice, and yeah, I could say it's all pain behaviour, and it was, yet there's still no excuse for that. And it is because of my experience in addiction and the journey that I've been through in recovery that I am the man that I am today, and it's why I do what I do. It's why I'm so involved in and committed to healing and to personal spiritual development and helping as many people as I can with their conscious evolution, with their journey. So that's what this channel and this new podcast is all about. It's called Conscious Conversations because that's what it's going to be. I'm going to be sharing with you guys about my journey, absolutely, the lessons I've learned, and some of the key points during my time in addiction and recovery, the tools and the resources that have helped me get to where I'm at today and that continue to help me become a better man and actualize more of my potential. I'm going to share with you guys a bunch of that stuff, and I'm also going to be talking to people because I love interviewing people, and so professionals in the personal spiritual development arena, psychologists, doctors, healers, teachers, and anyone that I feel has great insight and wisdom to offer up and to share with you guys to help you with your healing journey and with your conscious evolution. that's what this channel is all about. So stick with me. There's going to be some cool stuff. The channel's literally just gone through a revamp. It was the Harmony Center. This is a whole new thing being birthed now, today, and it'd be wonderful to have you on this journey. Lots of love, people. Stay bright. Remember, never ever give up, and let's change this planet.